Transform your Figma workflow and save countless of hours. In this video, I will show you 10 powerful Figma plugins that every product designer and UI/UX designer needs to have in their arsenal, which will supercharge their productivity and help them save time and design more efficiently. If you've been on the hunt for Figma plugins and you've probably not found one that really suits your needs, stick around. You may hear one that you've never heard before and it will be useful for your next project. My name is Winifred Camel with a K, and I have 4 years-ish of designing and I work remotely in Nigeria. Let's get into the video. All right, starting off strong is my all-time fave, Lumi. Also, you can find plugins under the last icon that says action. As soon as you click on it, it opens a panel for you where you get to see all assets and plugins and widgets. You get to search for any plugin that you want and it's going to pop up, even if you've saved it or not. So let's run Lumi. Lumi is a plugin that helps you generate imageries, illustrations, 3D elements for your designs. One of the reasons why I like Lumi is because of the high quality imagery that we get to see from Lumi. And most of them are free, surprisingly, and just a few of them are paid for. We have a range of collections. You have the photos, you have illustration style, where you get to see different styles of illustrations that you may like, that you may pick interest in. You also have the 3D category, and the list goes on and on. Whatever you need, it's something that you can always find here as far as is in relation to imagery. So let's pick up one of the images that I really fancy. The images are in high res. The images are very unique, very standout type imageries. This is such a stunning image. So it's something that I like. So I just use any image I like. And of course, I don't have to pay for it. I can always pick a free image. Lumi will help you with very unique images for your product. The next plugin on my list is Ruri Spline. Ruri Spline is a plugin that helps you generate 3D elements and assets right in Figma without having to set up another platform for you to generate your 3D assets. Currently, what Ruri does is Ruri will generate something for you. Ruri has templates already at the bottom. You have to just select it and click on randomize, and it's going to like randomize it for you. You get to manipulate it in different forms, shapes, and sizes. You get to add colors if you also want that. If that's your jazz, if that's your cup of tea. You can edit the colors yourself. As soon as you click on a node, it generates that for you. It generates it as a 3D element. And that's what we have for Ruri Spline. My third very useful plugin is called Mockups. I pronounce it that way. Mockup Studio helps you to generate mockups for your designs. So you have a design ready, you're trying to put it into like a frame, a screen, to just visualize what it will look like. In reality, mockup is that girl. Mockup will do justice to it. Let's pick the frame that's over here and let's see the different screen sizes, the different scenes that it creates for me, and they'll pick the one that we like best. So I think I like this one more. It's not very clear, so you can always go back and forth to find something that would represent what you need it to represent. But it comes with laptop screens, tablet screens, monitor screens, and different things. Like I said, it comes with different things. This is someone in the plane holding a phone. It doesn't get better than that. This is somebody driving, holding a phone. It doesn't get better than that. The fourth plugin on the list is a plugin that I really like so much. I will show you guys what it is in a bit. So let's come back here. It's called Curve Text. Curve Text helps you bend your typography in a path that you like. That's the first one that has a smiley. Let's see how Curve Text is going to help us. All right, so let us use this copy over here. And we have welcome back, Winifred. Do you want a full circle or a half circle? It's all up to you. If you want a half circle, what size of fonts do you want it? What do you want to adjust the spacing to? The offset should be what? Do you want it in the center? Do you want it towards the other end? This looks perfect, right? And then all we have to do is create it as a text. And it will show right here. And of course you can edit it and adjust it, but it's always advisable to go back into the plugin to adjust it so it doesn't look wobbly or weird. That's what we have for our fourth plugin. The next plugin on my radar is Trace Image. And what this plugin helps you to do is convert logos or images into vector. So let's do that. So I've brought in the Paystack logo over here, and I'd like to have it as a vector to manipulate or change as I wish. But let's see what it looks like and how it essentially works with images. And there you have it. It essentially makes these things as vector. Do not recommend that you use this to distort company logos, but this is a plugin that will just, in case you have something to sort out, something to manipulate, this plugin helps you do that. You just have to manipulate the nodes to give you what you need to give. And that's that for trace images. The next plugin on my list is one of my all-time fave, and it's called the Progressive Blur. I use Progressive Blur a lot because it just generates a very good blur for me. I just want to have a blur and keep it moving. Once you come to Progressive Blur, there's something called migrate. This really isn't a cup of tea just yet. All we have to do is come to create, and create will make this image blurry. All right, so let's create and add blur to the image. Currently, the blur has been added, and you get to see the difference between how this is more frosted than this. That's how you know the blur has been added. And if you want to increase the intensity of the blur, you can definitely do that by just dragging this slide bar over here. And that's what we have for Progressive Blur. Of course, you can always adjust the opacity, but default opacity set here is 0.2, and there you have it. So this is the layer for the Progressive Blur. Make it into what you want it to be. But this works for me, and I don't have to do any manipulation, as it gives me the right amount of blur that I need. The seventh plugin is something I really like. It helps me create really unique pieces and imagery for my website and for like personal projects. The plugin is called Displace. It gives like a pattern glass, it gives like a glitch effect, it gives like a noise effect for images, and it just gives that unique feel that I really like. So let's use this as an example. So you can obviously distort this, adjust it however you want. That's the effect, and I really like it a lot. You can create so many forms of this image with this plugin. All you just have to do is click on apply effect, and the effect will be applied on the imagery. So that's what we have for the plugin called Displace. It gives you very unique pattern glass glitch effect on an image. The next on my list is, again, a personal favorite. We go way back, OG before the IG. It's called Noise and Texture. And don't get me wrong, I love noisy gradients. I love so many other grainy, but Noise and Texture has so much more impact for me that I find useful than actually any other noise and texture plugin. And I'm going to show you what I mean. It doesn't just give you a grainy feel, it goes beyond that. It gives you light effect, strobe effect. It has all of that thing, and it's very beautiful. That's something I really like about this. So let's click on this image again, and let's generate a pattern, our desired taste, and get to see that once it's added, you can see the noise that it has added to this image. But let us increase it so that we get to see it in real effect. So that is what we have for noise and texture. Definitely not the last. This is the 9th plugin called Beautiful Shadow. It helps you generate shadow effect for an image or a card, and it gives depth to what you need it to give depth to. Just to show you how Beautiful Shadow works. So let's come back here. Let's come here. So one thing Beautiful Shadow does is recognizes the background, and then it recognizes the elements on the background. So depending on what you want to change or what you want to add depth to, Beautiful Shadow is going to help you do that. And if you select the circle, which is this one here, Beautiful Shadow helps you apply the shadow effect as subtle as it can be. And if you think it's too harsh, all you have to do is at your effect panel on the right side of Figma. So that's what we have for Beautiful Shadow. I think it's my personal favorite. I genuinely don't need to have to think about the math for generating shadow for my cards, I just go with the plugin. Last is I use it for color generation, and it helps me so much. So if you are stuck with picking colors, this plugin helps you create color palettes from very popular design systems, so you don't have to stress. It has from Lonely Planet to Mailchimp to Microsoft to Sky to Shopify to Zendex. Think of any very popular design system today, and the plugin brings in their color palette. And then you can obviously take it a step further to like generate yours or get something very close. To wrap it up, I said 10, but I'm giving you one bonus because you stayed to the end of this video. It's called Color Shades. And these color shades help you generate color shades. Literally, all you have to do is pick a color that you want, come to the color picker, pick the eye drop, and it's going to give you a range of shades. And as soon as you create it, it populates on Figma as simple and as stunning as it can be. And there you have it. It generates the colors in different shades and puts it right back on Figma for you, so you can just maybe create them as styles or as variable. I said 10, but I said to give a bonus plugin. So please let me know what you think about these plugins. Which one have you used? Which one haven't you used? Let me know also if you want to have a part 2. If you want me to talk in depth about other plugins, I will definitely make a video. So I have a ton of plugins that I use on a daily basis. So let me know. All right, bye. There you have it. Let me know if there are other Figma plugins I should try, and let me know the ones that you think are beating my list. I'll see you in the comment section. Have a beautiful one. Bye.